Hey coach, hope you're enjoying the video. Make sure you subscribe and like. We love those. Also go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. If you want to become a better coach in less than $1 a day, you can do that. My mentor, my personal email address, I will help you become a better basketball coach. Go over and check it out. Let's head back to the video.
All right. Welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops.
Coach, how are you?
I'm all right. My voice is shot, so I apologize to all the listeners, but I do not smoke, but my voice kind of goes during basketball season. Just one of those things. It is what it is.
I always try to do these podcasts before my game. My game's at noon today.
So we're going to talk about the 5-out offense, which has been blowing the our Facebook group, Coaching Youth Hoops Facebook group, up. But before we do that, I'd like to give a big shout out to our sponsor, which is
Game Changer.
Yes.
So Game Changer is a free app. Absolutely. I've been personally using it. It is an app that will help youth coaches track stats, film games, and it gives you live scoring as well. So if grandma can't be at the game, grandpa can't be at the game, they can see the action unfold either through video or just the stats themselves. Everything is live streamed. Makes it super simple for coaches, youth coaches, to have data and make changes and adjustments and look at who is maybe turning the ball over, just how many turnovers you have in general, as an example, how many rebounds you're doing, whatever you want to focus on, and what's important for you. It's click of a button, pretty simple to use. I had a parent pick it up. I had a parent that I had scheduled to track the game wasn't there, and I had to show another parent really quickly how to do it, and they were all freaking out because they thought it was just going to be overwhelming.
This complicated thing,
yeah, and they after the game they said it was a lot easier than I anticipated. It was super simple. And they literally said, "I'll do it again." I'm like, perfect. Yeah, that's what you want to hear, right? So go to gc.com/coaching youth hoops to go check it out. It's free. Download it, give it a try. Just try it for one game, and I guarantee you will be hooked. gc.com/coaching youth hoops.
All right. So 5-out offense.
Yeah, 5-out offense.
It's probably one of the top 5 categories on our youth Facebook group that we consistently see.
I know so many questions about it. And this year, I don't know, maybe again, I didn't track the stats on this, but versus last year or previous seasons, I haven't seen it come up quite as much as it has now in teaching the 5-out concept. The traditional 5-out motion offense. And this is the common discussion. It works great in practice. We're running it. We're cutting like we're supposed to. Pass, cut, fill, pass, cut, fill. But then when game time comes around, it breaks down. Doesn't work.
And why do you think that is?
Well, one of the reasons that they're giving that it isn't working is they're packing the middle. So pack lane defense or zone.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And they can't penetrate. So, there's been lots of discussions on how to deal with that, but I ran the 5-out offense on my youth teams for years, and it was my go-to youth offense. But over the years, I also felt we ran it great in practice, but it wasn't creating enough movement on the weak side. Players didn't know what to do on the weak side. They were ball watching, literally ball watching. And so then basically you're having the strong side do all the work, and a lot of times the person with the ball just doing all the work. And it just, I don't know, I found over time it wasn't working at the youth level for me. I don't know what your experience is, Coach.
It wasn't. It is, and sometimes it doesn't work at the high school level with my guys when we're trying 5-out. It's like they revert back to. That's why I asked the question. They revert back to the easy parts, which is, maybe we're just going to cut, or we're not going to like, I mean, you could drive a Mack truck through some of our screens sometimes. Like
Mm,
it's just,
yeah.
they're not coming off the screens. They're not coming the way they need to. So how do you counter that? What's your biggest counter for that?
Well, over the years, and I'm going to do a quick plug for the blitz motion offense, and uh, it's an offense. And again, this is not necessarily a pitch for the offense, but if you go to blitz attack offense, you'll see what I'm talking about. So blitzattackoffense.com, and it's something I created because I wanted both sides of the ball to have movement, and something
Right,
very simple for youth players to understand, like, oh, I'm on the weak side, this is what I'm supposed to do next, right?
right,
And what I found was it was very similar to Zoom action. So if you kind of, if you Google Zoom actions, kind of the talk right now, I'm like, what if we take what if we combine Zoom with motion? Because what I liked about it was I as coaches know, you have maybe one or two really skilled players on your team, if that. Not everybody's at the same basketball IQ. So if you can keep and also the skill level, dribbling, right?
right,
That's required. So what I came up with, it was the blitz attack offense, and it's down screens and ball handoffs, and it doesn't require a lot of dribbling. Your horses can, drive to the hoop while the other players still have a big role to play, and let your players play. And as kids become more confident in their ability, then they can start doing the driving thing. You're not expecting them to do something that they're not confident in doing with the blitz attack. So you can really tailor it to a very diverse type of team.
right,
But I think what it comes down to, if you're still, you want to teach the 5 out, is you really have to teach kids, what am I supposed to do when action is happening on strong side? And that's really what I always saw was the weak side was the problem.
right,
Because if they're not moving and they're not doing what you want them to do, then the defense can pack the middle. They don't have
right,
to work. They can just stand there,
right.
right? But if the weak side is moving, then the defense has to be alert and also, be closer
Oh,
to,
so yeah.
yeah. Does that make
So
sense?
yeah, so how do you teach the weak side?
You got to give him something to do, in my
Yes.
opinion.
I agree.
Very specific though, right? Again, we're talking youth level. At your
Right.
level, maybe you can give them multiple things, but one or two things that they do while they're the action is happening on the other
On the
side of
strong
the
side, so there's
court.
action happening on
Strong
the
side.
strong
Yeah.
side. So let's break down what we do on the weak side. But before we do that, let's give a big shout out to our sponsor again, Game
Game
Changer.
changer.
Yes.
Yes. Game changer. gc.com/coaching youth hoops. It's a free app. Go check it out. It will help you track stats. You can film games live. People can see them. Grandparents, parents who can't attend the games can just tune in live. You can see stats live as well. But most importantly, you can see later, you can break the game down individually for players, or you can see it and use it as a teaching tool. So live video becomes basically a video archive of your games. And it's a great teaching tool, especially when you're teaching things like the 5 out, and you can show spacing and what you're supposed to do, or what a player didn't do as well. So gc.com/coaching youth hoops. Check it out. It's a free app.
Yep. So what I love about, so look, we're going back to the question before that, is Game Changer will let you do this because you'll have the tape to it, because you can
Yeah.
show them what's not happening on that weak
You
side.
didn't just say tape, did you? You
I did
said
say
tape.
tape. You know what I meant. I got tape, VCR tape. Anyway, I probably have a box somewhere in this office right now if I wanted to go look for it. But You know what I meant.
I do.
Yeah,
I had the
that's the
same
sad
thing.
part. I know. So how do you break it down? So the coaches list, the youth coaches listening right now, how do you
Mhm.
help them and how do you break that down?
Well, I think you got to do small-sided games, and you got to do uh you have to, like, I do drills. So I will do, okay, this we're working on our 5-out weak side drill right now. One thing you could do is you could do down screens. When I ran 5-out, a lot of times what we did, we didn't even do a screen. We just did an exchange just to create that movement. So top wing goes to bottom, bottom comes to top. And it wasn't a screen, it was just, hey, let's just create some movement. So when the ball's on the strong side, this is what you do on the weak side. I want you guys just to exchange. Well, maybe the action is at the wing on the strong side. What does the top person do? You can have them also then just do a simple exchange. Or a lot of times, if you're passing, right, then there's a specific rule that you do. No compromise. You pass, you cut. You pass, you screen away. Whatever you think the best thing is, but you got to give them almost position by position what to do, especially on that weak side. And it's just literally breaking that down into very small chunks to teach them how to do each part of your 5-out offense.
Right. Yeah. And I think it's chunking. It is. It's
It's
like
chunking.
it's like here's that spot, and then what happens is when I do it, it's like when we're going 5-on-5, especially at the youth level, it's like I'll only let him. I'll break it into one specific motion, and then I'll only let them do that, and then I'll
Oh,
change another
right.
one, and then I'll
Yeah.
change another one. Like, okay, we're only going to screen, or we're only going to cut. And then the next time, now I'll let you say you can screen or you can cut. But those are the only two
Yep.
things you can do. So you build, it's the building blocks of kind
That's
of
right.
what they can do and what they can't do kind of thing.
Yeah,
Uh
we talk about building a house, right? And we're starting with
right.
the foundation. This is what, and then they get that concept, or Legos, sometimes we talk about too,
Yeah.
depending, right? And you just build from there. But those small, breaking it into small pieces, diagramming it also helps, showing them the visual aspect of it. I'm big into visuals this year because it really has been a game changer for me. Um, I bring my board that I have that I bring to the games, and I show
Right.
them, diagram it out, and then we go practice it. And now with Game Changer, we can do film, and I can show them film later. Real simple. Keep it short. It's not long, so they lose their attention. And I know,
Right.
we don't have long practices at the youth level, so it's just real quick little clips and diagrams and pictures, and try to
And
bring
things like,
that third element.
yeah, to show them that those specific things. All right.
Yeah.
Anything, tell them one more time about the blitz because I know you didn't
Yeah,
want
go to blitzattackoffense.com. You'll see, again, I got away from, it's still in a 5-out set, but it's in its motion, but it adds in zoom action, and we're looking to create triple gaps. Trying to get that 1-on-0 opportunity to create some efficient scoring, and that's at blitzattackoffense.com. Go check it out.
All right. And anything else, coach, with spacing or 5-out and running that offense at the youth level? What can
Yeah, I
coaches,
think the
what's a
best
quick
best way to do
fix?
that. Yeah, a quick fix is get that weak side moving, so the middle is less packed. You got to give them very specific rules on the weak side. And that typically, that what I've seen is the problem is stationary weak side, right? So you got to get them in some sort of motion, very specific things that they could do.
All right, till next week, and make sure you go over and check out
Game
game.
changer. Go to gc.com/coaching youth
We don't
hoops.
have our timing quite down yet, people. Sorry, but it was pretty. That was pretty good. I'd give us a B on that, coach. Give us a B.
I'll do better next time.
All right, next time. All right, till next week.
Thanks for watching, Coach. Make sure you go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Make sure you subscribe so you get notified every time we come back on. But you will not be disappointed with teachhoops.com. 14-day free trial. Let's go check it out. Have a great day.